Hi everybody, my name is Megan and welcome to my 7th Flosstube update. I want to thank everybody for coming to join me today and spending a little time with me. I greatly appreciate it. It's been about a month since I did my last update, which is almost unbelievable. I'm not sure how that happened. This month has definitely flown by. It's been very busy. But it's been good, and I've been good, and Quentin's good, and Aaron's good, and so that's wonderful to report, as always. I have a lot of stuff here to show you. I didn't think that I had done all that much during the month, but when you kind of get it all together in one place, you're like, okay, I did actually accomplish some things this month. I have a couple of FFOs, a couple of finishes, some whips, some haul, a little embroidery, a little crochet, a little bit of everything. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I FFO'd since I saw you last was my Summer Pomegranate Needlebook and Pin Keep by Stacy Nash Primitives. I believe last time I showed you where I had finished stitching on this. Other side looks like. Not sure how our lighting is going to be today. Hopefully it will cooperate okay. And here are my FFOs. Here is my little pillow, which I think turned out pretty awesome. Here's the backing fabric. This fabric came from the Color and Cotton Halloween box last year. That was the fabric. Little pillow, I stuffed it with rice. I like to stuff little pillows with rice. I really love the feel and kind of the squishiness of them. So here's my little pillow. And here is my needlebook. I've never finished anything like this before. Here's the front. And that back that you know was not the most fun to stitch, but now that it's done, I think it's beautiful. The inside. Little ribbon. Still need to trim this down a little bit. But this will be going to live in its new stitchy home very soon. And I hope that the person that is getting this will love it. I had one other, not cross stitch, but stitching related FFO. I finished this little kit from Riolis. And it's like this. You make this little pendant that you could wear. I can't imagine I'm going to wear this, but and here is the finished product. So you do some beadwork and some ribbon embroidery, which I had never done before. I don't know that I loved it. I don't know that I would ever want to make these little ribbon roses again. That was a little frustrating. The backing on it. So that was fun. It was like a Saturday, or I can't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon. I just sat down and did it. It took a couple hours, but nice little change of pace. Something fun. So there's that. I think those are my only two FFOs today, and now I have a few little finishes. As many of you know, Diana from It Is Kismet Stitches and Michelle Bendy, they put out a pattern called It's You I Like, and it was a little freebie. And lots of people have been stitching them, and it's really cool to see everybody's different fabrics and everybody's different flosses, and some people are like starting to FFO them now, and I think it's a beautiful sentiment, and I love that we're all sharing it together, and I thank both of them very much for this wonderful idea. What I decided to do was whenever I finish something or frame something, if there's any like extra linen that I cut off, I typically save all those scraps, and not for any particular purpose, but I went and gathered a bunch of them up, and that is what I'm stitching all of mine on. So I finished 3 so far. I've got this one, this one, and this one. And I had big plans to have a bunch of these stitched up and have them FFO'd so I could take them to New Jersey with me for the retreat. But the retreat is next week. And I'm not positive that I am going to get that done. But there's going to be so many people there that I like, and I was hoping to have these for them, but I guess the male it will probably be. I am stitching this in DMC 4210, little like a pinky purple variegated, and I took a bunch of my scraps that I had collected, and I have them in this bag, also from Diana, and I keep this next to my stitchy spot so that, you know, I can just, they don't take very long to do, and I can just grab a scrap and stitch another. So that's super cute. Thank you again, ladies. This is a wonderful, wonderful idea. My next finish, I showed you in my last video that I had gotten this book, Stitchcraft, by Gayla Partridge, and I was super anxious to get started on something out of here. And there are some in here that are pretty involved and definitely above my skill set, which is practically nothing. I actually started with the first pattern in this book called Lamb to Slaughter. And I can't see what you're seeing, so hopefully you can see that. Okay. And I finished mine up. Lots of cat hair on it. Last week. And so here's mine. I learned a bunch of new stitches I had never tried. It's pretty blown out. And I just picked my own colors because she doesn't give you any colors other than she suggests DMC. And that's how mine looks. And I am very excited to start another one. I think I'm going to do, there's some like palmistry patterns in there. I think I'm going to do those next. Here's my back. A little messy. Not too bad. So I finished that up. And I also finished up my Cozy Blue Stitch Club piece that I had been working on. Here it is. I got a little thread. I thought finishing this was going to take me a lot more time than it did. I want to say last time I was like, oh, maybe next weekend, blah, blah, blah. It took me like an hour to finish it. I don't know why I thought it would take me so long. But that's done, and I've started finishing. I've got it like cinched up on the back. I just need to put some backing fabric on there, and then I can get it hung up. But this was a lot of fun. You guys know I'm a big fan of her embroidery patterns. And speaking of that, last month's, or this month's, I don't know. Since the last time I saw you, a new one has come, and I just started on that one. Just got that little bit done right there. But I think that's super pretty, little terrarium. And so her Stitch Club comes with the printed fabric, and then it also comes with all of the DMC floss that you need. And it used to come like in a little bundle, and then you would separate it out, and she had little cards, but now she pre-sorts for you. And she gives you nice, long legs. The one I'm working with right now. So I've been working on that, and hoping to get some more stitches put in that this weekend, actually. One more whip that is not cross stitch. I started a new shawl, which I didn't mean to do. I usually only like to have one crochet thing going at a time, but my friend Tim, he sent me a picture of his wife. She's just retired, and she's like got this giant ball of yarn she's trying to untangle, and he was like, she wants to learn to crochet, and all she's been doing is untangling yarn for the last 2 hours. Is this normal? So we were chatting back and forth, and he was asking what some of the things were that I like to do, and so I went and I looked up some patterns for her, some super simple, easy beginner patterns. And I didn't write down who made this pattern. If I can figure out how to put things in the box below, maybe I'll do that. But I found a pattern for her, something called like my first triangle shawl or something along those lines. And it was really pretty, and the yarn was really pretty, and I decided just to go ahead and make one for myself too. So the yarn is from Red Heart. It's called It's a Wrap Rainbow in the color Foggy. That's the band. This is all the yarn that's left. I'm almost done. See, it's a pretty gray color. And here, let me just scoot back a little bit. That's where I am. So, as you can see, it's pretty big. It's so easy, so basic. Oh, here's a cat. It's basically just double crochet and chain stitch. You here to help with the yarn? So, that's been super fun. I try to put in like a row or two every evening to get through it. But I'm really excited to have that done and to wear it very soon. Okay, now on to my stitchy whips. Let's see, this first one is a new start. I started this with Michelle from Peace and Stitches over on Instagram. When I showed that I kitted it up, she had reached out to me and said, why don't we stitch it together? And I said, that sounds like a great idea because I've wanted to start it for a long time, and now that I have all the things, why wait? And that pattern is Forever Young by Heartstring Samplery. And here's what it looks like. I am stitching mine on a piece of 40 count patina by Lakeside Linens, I believe. And I don't normally go and get all of the called for colors for something because, you know, I belong to all the floss clubs, and so I have lots of overdyes to choose from, but this time I decided to go and get all of the colors. Here they are. And they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And here is where I am. Hopefully you can see that okay. I got the first page done, and I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think these colors are all gorgeous. I love the way they look on this fabric, this like kind of light green fabric. Cannot wait to get back to this. I had a hard time putting this one down. The next whip that I worked on was Verses on the Death of Lucy Nolan by Pineberry Lane. I hadn't stitched on this in a little while, so I decided to pull it out and give it some love. And I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count vintage Sahara that I coffee and tea dyed, and I am using My Little Bluebird from Shoe Designs. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here, I guess. It's not really showing up very well. But I did add in the second verse. There is a lot of 1/1 on this piece, and that's what I was working on. So there you go. The second verse is in. I'm actually just a little more than halfway done with this project. I set up kind of a new temporary stitchy spot in my living room. I kind of took over Erin's spot a little bit, but I put a light behind there with a really good bright bulb in it, and that made doing the 1/1 on the 32 count much more enjoyable. My next project is another new start. I started this for Diana's Christmas in July stitch along. I'm not a big Christmas person. Christmas just isn't my favorite holiday, and so I don't have a lot of Christmas patterns, but the pattern that she was doing I happen to also have. I believe it was Michelle at the Striped Rose showed this a while ago, and when she showed it I went over to eBay and I got a copy of it. I don't think I realized at the time that it had come out of a book. It just came like in a sleeve, but here it is. Lohal Rose. Very pretty, very enjoyable to stitch on. I changed up all the colors. Most of my stitching that I finish in a frame I keep downstairs because, you know, people come over, I want them to see it because I work hard on it and I want to, you know, show my stuff off. But I really also like to have some things upstairs too, so I tried to pick some colors that would kind of go more like my bedroom maybe. So you can see I got a big old stack of colors here. Very pretty, I think. I'm happy with how it's turning out, and I guess that's what matters. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 22 count Vienna linen. It was antique white, and I just gave it a quick little dye. Hopefully you guys can kind of see here. It's kind of a purpley gray color in real life. And that's how far I got. This is super, super fun. I'm also anxious to get back to this one. I'm at a point right now where I feel like I want to stitch on all of my whips. Like, I want all of them done, but I also want to start all of the things. I've been trying to like organize my stuff. I'm like making spreadsheets. I don't know who I am. But like going through my patterns and the things that I have kitted up, it really has got me like energized, like, oh, I want to start this, and I want to start this, and I want to start this, but then I also want all of it done. So, I don't know. But in the vein of trying to get some things done, I then pulled back out A Mind Independent and Free by Carriage House Samplings. And this was my new start this year. And I am down to here. I've got those words, the alphabets are done. I'm starting on this little bit right here. And here's where I am. So when I got down to like the alphabets at the bottom, I got super nervous that they weren't gonna line up because who knows, you know, almost, this is like 39 inches long on 28 count fabric, which is kind of crazy. Who knows where I could have messed up there. So I got real nervous at the bottom. I like basted stitches all the way across to make sure that that they did line up, and they did, and so that was good. So all I have left are these birds, some flowers, there's two butterflies, and then you stitch in the date. Oh, hang on, cat, sorry. Cool. So hopefully this will be my next finish. At least that's the plan. All right, so that's everything that I worked on. Like I said, I feel pretty good about what I've gotten done over the last month or so. Happy with my projects and my progress. I've got a couple of things that will be framed soon. I've got 3 more frames that I'm in the process of staining and painting. I've got, I'm actually looking at it right now, I've got one that I'm in the middle of pinning right now. This one's like a slow process. It's got a lot of border that, you know, can be a huge pain in the butt. So I'm just doing that one a little bit at a time so I don't lose my mind. All right, I guess what's left is what came in the mail. So since I saw you last, I believe all of my monthly things came in, and I'm sure people have showed all of this already. I'm perpetually behind on trying to catch up with people's videos. Here are the Victorian motto colors that came in. Really pretty blue there. Very nice. And my Color and Cotton monthly flosses. Here they are. Really like this red. It's called Parlor. I like that. Color and Cotton was also having a floss sale, so I definitely had to take her up on that. And then I've ordered from her again since then, but it hasn't come in yet. So here's some of the colors I got. This red, oh my gosh, I think it's called Dracula. It's not showing up super accurately, but beautiful as always. Also, my fabric of the month came in. This month was a 32 count in vanilla. And I can already tell that this is not going to show how pretty this is, but it's like it's just a very light mottled creamy color. You can't really see any of that, but it is just a really beautiful, beautiful neutral. Like, you could put anything on that. All right, I went to to McKenna Store, 1884 Stitchery, and I picked up 2 things from her. She had some Stitches Through the Years patterns, and so I got its Peony Season. And this is a little, maybe softer, I don't know, maybe softer is the right word, than what is normally my style, but Peony Season is like my favorite time of year. So I got this. Very pretty. And I also got this Dimensions Crewel Embroidery kit, Elegant Oriole. I've actually stitched this before, maybe like 2012. I did it for an ex-boyfriend's aunt, and she passed away, and I'm not sure what happened to it after she passed away, but I always liked it, and I thought about it several times after that. And so when I saw this on her store, I decided to get it for myself, and now I'll have it hanging in my home as well. I got a new little needle minder. This came from Stash Unloading, I believe, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure the name of the girl that I ordered it from, but it came on a really pretty little card, and oh, I don't know if you can see it. If it fits, it sits. Little cat climbing into a coffin. I thought that was pretty cool. I also made my first order from Threads Entwined. Super fast shipping. Everything was packaged super cute. Like these little bags, like here's like the pen that she sent with it. These little bags. It was all wrapped up in like tissue paper, like a whole freaking gift. You know, it was just really super sweet. And from her, I got the Old Winter from the Primitive Hare. This has been on my list for a very long time. I don't know what it is about it. I absolutely love it. And she was having like a 25% off sale, and so I thought that was the perfect time to get the pattern and also the fabric. Oops, sorry for the wrinkles that goes with it. And this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous fabric. It's called White Flakes. It's a 30 count linen. And I'm actually like kind of nervous. Like I got to make sure that I position this all correctly because I want it to look just like it does in the picture. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. The next thing that I got was I joined the Seraphim Fabrics Facebook group, and I got a piece of 36 count patina. Super washed out, sorry. But it's really like a, just a lovely green with some browns in it. Very pretty. It smells nice. I like that a lot. And she also sent along this little, I guess this little sticker that you can put on the back of your work with the title, designer, date started, date complete, and any memorable events that happened while you were stitching it. So I got that, and then I ordered this pattern from Stacy Nash, and I think that fabric might actually be perfect for this. This is the Morning Tree sewing bag. This calls for a 32 count, but I think that 36 count will look nice. Here, see if I can show them together and tell me what you think. So, this fabric and this pattern. I think those will go great together. Just a few more things. I grabbed Sisters by Blackbird Designs. Every so often you get that feeling like, what if I can't get it? And so I got it. I needed to order needles to go with that needle book, actually, and so I was like, well, a needle can't travel alone, so clearly this is what had to come with it. I also, I'm almost surprised that I purchased this, but I got the new Mirabilia, the Cathedral Woods Goddess. I think she's beautiful. I think she's stunning. When I first started like getting really back into stitching, you know, I would always be showing Erin like, oh, look at this and look at this what this person's working on. Look how beautiful that is. And I would show them the beautiful mirabilias, and I'd be like, oh, I'm never stitching one of those. There's no way I'm stitching one of those. I've never stitched one of those ladies. And now this is the third mirabilia pattern that I have. I have Siren in the Shipwreck, which the beautiful Lily, hi Lily, gifted to me when she was done stitching it, and hers is absolutely gorgeous. I have Aphrodite Mermaid, and now I have this one, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm thinking about really actually starting it. Maybe soon, I don't know, maybe. These last two things are like kind of stitchy related. I got a lamp. The New Jersey retreat is coming up, and I'm so flipping excited. It's next week. I cannot wait. I like cannot wait. Aaron is so funny. He's already got his bag packed. I think he's just as excited as I am. Because for him, you know, it's a weekend with no responsibility. He just gets to sit and relax, and which is not something that he normally gets to do. And you know, he's happy when I'm happy, which makes me happy. So it should be an amazing time. There's so many people I can't wait to see. I can't wait. But we were grocery shopping the other day, and we normally shop at Aldi's, and they had these LED lights for like 20 bucks. So it's not plugged in. There is a battery in here too. It has like the time display and all of the different settings, so I think this will come with me in case I need it. One more thing. So I believe it was in my last video, somebody had commented with some other embroidery artists that are on Instagram, and they told me to go check them out, and I did, and I was like, oh my gosh, these people are super talented, and I love them. And one of them was Tiny Cup, and they had just posted that people were making pins of her embroidery, and I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see this super well, but I got one of her pins. I'm sorry, I'm assuming it's a her, I'm not positive. Super, super cool stuff. Lots of skeletons. Like, just, I got one of her pins, and while I was on that website, Lost Supply, they also had a Jerry Garcia pin, so I had to grab that too. Okay, I hope I didn't talk too fast, and I hope you enjoyed everything I had to show today. Please feel free to visit with me on Instagram, where I am Wide-Eyed Stitching Child. I will, next time I guess I'm back, it'll be after Jersey, and I'm sure I'll have lots of great things to talk about and share from that. Hope everybody's been well. Thank you. Bye.